Hey everyone, how's it going? I am iamxeracon and I am back once again. So I've been using Stardew Valley footage in my videos a lot lately, and this has been for two reasons. The first one is that OBS hates my computer, or rather my computer sucks. I have wanted to play I've wanted to have some Half-Life 2, Fear, and Skyrim footage in my videos, but the footage that was captured was abysmal despite the live gameplay being okay. The second, and this is the reason for making this video, is that this game rocks. I've doubted this game for a long time, but after finally playing this game, I have come to find it as being one of my favorite games of all time. Let me back up a bit though. My earliest encounter with this game goes back to the review by Pro Jared back in 2016. This was before I actually considered indie games and gave them a shot. Also, I looked down upon the game because it was a farming simulator, and that, at the time, I was only really giving attention to games with action in them. Heck, I was only starting to get into strategy games. And in case you were wondering, no, I have never played Harvest Moon, which the game is based off of. But I digress. Even with Pro Jared's recommendation, this game would become a fleeting memory in my mind. Okay, let's flash forward to spring 2018. At this point, I've already delved into indie games and had begun playing on PC. I can recall my friend Matt, who was telling me about Stardew Valley and how he was playing the multiplayer beta with our mutual friend, who's also named Matt. Yes, this has gone confusing. He said that with Matt himself and a friend of theirs, they were able to establish a well-run farm and were accomplishing many later game feats within the first year. He also recommended that I get the game so I could start a multiplayer farm and join with them. I shrugged it off again because it was a farming simulation and those didn't appeal to me. Later in the summer, after the Steam sale, I bought a $20 Steam card on a whim. After considering what to purchase, I said, "What the heck?" and bought Stardew Valley. This was the beginning of pure bliss. I started up the game and went through the opening and intro and wondered where to begin afterwards. The game is completely open-ended and you're able to do as you please and at your own leisure. The first quest is to meet every member of the community. This is difficult for newcomers since they won't know where everyone lives or what their routines are. Again, this is a quest that can be finished at any time. The farm which the player inherits is completely overrun with flora and needs to be cleared at least enough in order to grow your first crops. You can also go fishing and haul in a nice catch. There are mines where you can collect ore and minerals, plus do battle with monsters. Later, you can even cook and your own animals. Well, I mean, you can also cook your own animal. Well, you can cook and you can own animals for special items like milk, eggs, and wool. There is just so much to do that it's hard to decide what to do. I found it really difficult in managing my time for a day. Again, this was fine because you can do things as you please, but I felt like I wasn't making progress, or rather, my progress was really slow. Because my farm was still overrun by shrubbery and I had a pitifully small crop, I felt like I wasn't getting far. But I'll take a break from my single player experience for a moment. The next day, I informed my friends, the Matts, that I had Stardew Valley and we started up our own new farm together. We had our own assigned jobs in order to ensure order and just so things would flow well. Matt 1 had the role of farmer and was tasked with handling all of the needs that entailed. Matt 2 was the fisherman and would handle fishing in the crab pots. I was the miner, so I dug for ore and fought monsters. I was slightly nervous about this, however. The two of them had experience with the game, and I was a greenhorn. I didn't want to accidentally do anything that would impact the farm in a negative way. That never happened, minus the time I sold some gold bars without consulting the group. But I digress. I learned how the game worked. They showed me tips for the festivals and skills as well. We enabled our farm to thrive. And eventually we had a large farm by late summer, and I had established a relationship with one of the townsfolk. With all the progress that we made, I didn't want to go to my downgraded single-player file. However, because our schedules were conflicting with work and college, I had to suck it up and go back to my watered-down self if I wanted to continue playing. What I didn't expect was that because I had the knowledge and experience from the group farm, I could make rapid progress with my farm. I was able to level up a good number of skills, establish a chicken coop, and build up some relationships with the community, and began repairing the community center all by the fall of the first year. I was going to wait until year 2, but things kind of escalated quickly, and I entered a relationship that I had in the group game. I began dating Abigail because she is best girl. So, I have been talking about all these features, but why do I actually like the game? Well, it's fun. I've had more fun with this one indie game than I've had with many AA and AAA games. It's currently my longest played game on Steam, which isn't really saying much because I haven't put a lot of time into those games. The point, however, is that I went and put in that time. The gameplay is solid and polished. The visuals are nice. The soundtrack is great. The characters around you may be few compared to other games, but they have depth. I thought that a couple characters were just some cardboard stereotypes, but as I got to learn about them, I learned how deep they were. They felt human. And these relationships can only occur with time. It's not something you can just force. The world is just right. It's not small enough to feel cramped, but it's not large enough to feel empty. Each area has something to offer. The mines are procedurally generated, so you don't have to worry about them being the same levels over and over. And to top it off, the multiplayer lets you enjoy all of this with up to 3 friends. I once said that Breath of the Wild was an experience. Stardew Valley is just as much, if not more so, because it is your experience. It's open-ended, so you can make it how you want it to be. Also, the game is Abigail, who is best girl. The game is now on consoles, so I highly recommend it if you play on those platforms. If you game on PC, buy it already. The developer, and yes, this is one person who made the game, is currently working on multiplayer for consoles. I completely understand that he is working on this, but I would like to request crossplay later down the road. I have friends who don't play on PC, but if I could play with them, I feel like that would entice them to pick it up. Also, that there would be so much fun to be had there. No pressure, this is just a humble request. And with all that being said, let me know if you've played Stardew Valley and share your experiences in the comments below. I'll be honest, I actually stopped writing this script twice just to play more Stardew. I know I teased a Mega Man 11 unboxing on my Twitter, which you should totally check out. Link is in the description. But I'm not going to be able to do it at this point. So until next time, everyone, I am iamxeracon signing off. Have a good one.